Hey guys, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me again on the live stream with Binomo Live. So we'll be discussing a little bit on the concept of tracking your trading and how you can track effectively like a professional trader. And this is going to tell you your progress, whether you are making positive improvement or whether you are not making progress, and therefore you need to fix some things about yourself, about your strategy, about your trading. And after spending a few minutes talking about tracking progress for trading, we are going to go into the markets where I'm going to try and analyze and do some live trading on the market, on the platform. Okay, so let me know where you are joining us from. Which city you're in, put them down in the chat, put them down in the comments. If you have any questions or feedback, let me know. And hopefully I will be able to address it in this live stream. If not, maybe in the next or future live stream. So let's begin. Tracking is something that all good traders do. They have discipline. And besides the discipline that you see in terms of how they analyze and going into assets and coming out of assets and what to trade, they spend a lot of time writing things down. Okay, so whether they use software or automated systems, or whether they write it down on a piece of paper or in a journal or in a book, it doesn't matter as long as you are tracking. Okay, so when you track, you will be able to monitor yourself. You will be able to see whether your performance is improving or whether your performance is going down. And that's really important because before you can improve, you need to know where you stand. Okay, and trading journals, whether using computer, whether using notepad or using paper, is the best tool you have, so that you don't keep things everywhere, don't keep things in your memory, and someday you're going to forget about it. Write it down. And I'm going to share with you some things that you can write to be able to help you track your performance. Okay, so I'm going to write things down on the screen so that you can see this. So the first thing that you need to track by asset is total profit or total loss. Okay, so let's say you like to trade 3 different assets. Let's say it's USD JPY, dollar yen. Let's say it's GBP USD, pound dollar. And let's say it's also AUD USD, Aussie dollar to US dollar. So let's say you trade these 3 assets. You need to have in your journal total profit for each asset. So I'm going to have in my journal, I'm going to have AUD USD total profit. Okay, I'm going to have AUD USD total profit or total loss. If I can't make a profit, it's going to be a total loss. Okay, total profit or total loss. And then I'm also going to have GBP USD total profit or loss. Okay, I'm going to have GBP USD total profit or total loss. And the other asset that I trade, also total profit or loss. Okay, it's important you know, if you are trading 3 assets, you need to know which asset is most profitable for you. I know they are all US dollar related assets, but guess what? Not all of them will be the same. You're not going to be able to make the same profits from all 3 assets. One asset will be more profitable than the other 2. So don't trade everything. Okay, part of tracking, part of being a good or professional trader is you need to have focus. So if you are just starting out and this is all new to you, find a number of assets to trade, 1, 2 or 3, and then write down in your journal total profit by asset. Now, how frequent should you do this? Is it on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis? Now you're going to track all profits and all losses that you make. Write it down every day. And then at the end of the month, you will be able to see the monthly total profit or total loss by each asset. Okay, that will tell you which asset is compatible with your trading strategy. Okay, not all trading strategies will work the same on all assets. So you have a strategy, you try it out on 3 different assets, and then you track the total profit and total loss. So you know your strategy works best on maybe 1 or 2 assets. If you don't write this down, if you don't track this, you won't know. Okay, maybe you think your strategy works all the time. Maybe it doesn't. So write it down, and then you'll be able to tell. Next, you need to be able to keep track of because you have your profits and your losses. What you can do at the end of every month, you can put the total profit and total loss side by side. Okay, so let's say I trade AUD USD, and for 10 days let's say in April. Okay, we just finished April, we are now in the month of May. So in April, I made maybe $30 of profit from AUD USD, $30, and that's counting all the profits I make and putting them together. That's $30. Now there are some trades, there are some days where I trade AUD USD that I don't make a profit, but I make a loss. So those losses, I add them up to find out what my total loss is for that month for AUD USD. So in the end, I will be able to have my total profit and my total loss for AUD USD. Now these two figures, when you put them as a ratio, you're gonna get what we call profit factor. Okay, let me put it down on the screen. Profit factor. Okay. So it's going to be a percentage. Okay, it's going to be profit factor percentage. Total profits over total loss for every asset. So you will find that maybe you have a profit factor, AUD USD profit factor. If I make more profits than losses, maybe my profit factor is 1.1. Okay, so maybe my profit factor for AUD USD is 1.1. Now, if I make more losses than profits with USD JPY, then my profit factor will be less than 1 because I make more losses than profits. Okay, so when your profits are smaller than your losses and you divide them, you're going to get a ratio or a number less than 1. So maybe mine is 0.7 or 0.6, okay, for USD JPY. So USD JPY, I have a different profit factor. It's less than 1. So a good profit factor, okay, is anything above 1. You want your profit factor to be above 1. Good. Okay. If it's less than 1, okay, so if profit factor is 1 or higher, that's good. If your profit factor is less than, that means you are not profitable. That means if your profit factor is less than 1, that means your strategy is not profitable. Okay, so that means you got to fix your strategy, or you need to try your strategy on a different asset. That's what it means. And if you tried it on 2 or 3 assets and you are getting the same profit factor, then it means your strategy needs to be fixed. You need to improve your strategy. You need to look at what you're doing wrong, look at your analysis, look at the indicators you're using, look at how you are combining technical and fundamental analysis. So if you can improve those things, then you will start to make more profits than losses, and then your profit factor is going to be 1 or higher. Okay, now if for instance your profit factor is 1.5 or higher, then you need to know that your strategy is superb. You have a highly profitable trading strategy, and you should not do anything to change it. Don't change it significantly. Repeat that process. You have a trading strategy that is really profitable. If it's above 1.5, it's really profitable. You got proof, and all you have to do is control yourself and repeat the process again and again and again. You will make a lot of money if your profit factor stays above 1.5. So those are the three figures you need to focus on: profit factor below 1, profit factor above 1, and profit factor above 1.5. Okay, so be tracking. Okay, track your total profits and total losses for every asset. Okay, for every asset. So if it's GBP USD, what's your total profit for this month? What's your total loss for this month? Put those numbers together in your trading journal. At the end of the month, calculate the profit factor using this formula: total profit over total loss. Okay, that will tell you your trading strategy is working or not working. And then if it's working really well, if your profit factor is above 1.5, then do the same thing again and again and again. You're going to enjoy trading, believe me. What else can you track? Also, you need to track your win rate. Okay, you need to track your win rate. So win rate is basically a percentage. Okay, so win rate is a percentage. You need to, from your total profits and total loss, you will be able to tell how many winning trades you made in that month for every asset, and how many losing trades you made for every asset. Okay, so total winning trades over total losing trades. Okay, if you put this together, that's a formula for win rate percentage. So if your win rate percentage is, if it's a negative, or if it's less than 1, then you can expect to open a trade, but expect not to win. Okay, it also says something about your trading strategy, but the win rate gives you a percentage without any financial impact. Okay, because some people, they can have a low win rate. So for example, let me give you an example. Some people can only make 4 win trades with AUD USD, for example, and they make 8 losing trades with AUD USD. This is an example. Okay, 4 winning trades and 8 losing trades in a month, trading only AUD USD. Now that is going to give you a win rate of 50%. Okay, that is a 50% win rate. So 50% win rate. Okay, that means every trade that the trader opens with AUD USD, he can expect to lose, every 2 trades he opens, he can expect to lose 1 trade. If he opens 10 trades, he can expect to lose 50%. He can expect to lose half of the 10 trades. So if he trades AUD USD 10 times, he can expect to lose 5 times based on the historical win rate. So you need to know what your win rate is. Okay, now win rate is different from profit factor, because profit factor tells you how profitable you are. Win rate tells you your likelihood of winning. Okay, so if you have a win rate that's low, like a 50% or a 20%, then and you have this discipline of always stopping your trade from getting big. You know, your first trade is always the smallest, and if you stop trading after the first trade, then the win rate is going to stay at that level, but you are not going to be losing so much money because you stop yourself after the first trade, after the first losing trade. Now, then whenever you win, whenever you have a winning trade, you tend to open the second and third trade, which is of bigger size. Okay, if you open your first trade being the smallest trade, and then you open a second bigger trade and open a third bigger trade, and you continue to win, then your win rate could probably stay the same, but you are very profitable. Okay, so win rate doesn't tell you how profitable you are. The profit factor tells you that. Win rate is just telling you, if you open a trade, are you more likely to win or are you more likely to lose? Okay. Now, if you know that your win rate is low with certain assets, be even more disciplined. Okay, so if I know my win rate is low with USD JPY, then after the first losing trade, I stop and don't try anymore. Not for the day, I will wait for the next day. Then you protect yourself. Now, if I know my win rate is high with GBP USD or AUD USD, then I can be more aggressive. I can be more aggressive and I can follow the discipline of first trade being the smallest, and then open a slightly bigger trade on the second trade, and then open a slightly bigger trade on the third trade. Now, if I win all that, then my win rate is helping me adjust and take more risk. Okay. Now, of course, more risk, more reward, but the win rate, I'm guided by my past performance. I'm guided by my pattern. I've also got a trend. You know, you got a trend with your trading history. I got a trend with my trading history. So the win rate is my trend. Your win rate is your trend. The likelihood of you going to win by trading any particular asset is based on your win rate for that asset. So track it and put it in your trading journal. Okay. And maybe the other thing is the number of pips. Okay, so you can also track the number of pips. Number of candles. Number of candles when winning or losing. Okay. So, number of candles. So, because we're trading based on duration on the platform, so that basically means you need to know how much time you're opening your trade. Are you opening your trades with a 15 minutes time duration? Are you opening your trades with a 20-minute time or duration? Now, on a 5-minute chart, that's 3 candles if you're setting a trade with 15 minutes duration. On a 5-minute chart also, that means you are trading for 4 candles if you are opening your trade with a duration of 20 minutes. So whenever you win or whenever you lose, write down how many candles did you use to get that win or to get that loss. Now, that's going to tell you what's the best candle or what's the best trading duration for you. And you can repeat that, because if you have a high win rate for a certain asset and you know that you always trade 3 or 4 candles, then never change that. If something is working, don't change it. Keep doing the same thing. And if it doesn't work for you, then you know you need to change it. Maybe you need to change to a different time frame. Maybe you need to extend or shorten the number of candles that you're using as trade duration. So write down the number of candles you use when you win or when you lose in the market. Okay. And yep, those are the key statistics that you need to track. Put them down in your trading journal and analyze your trading progress. Okay, track yourself and then find ways to improve. by looking at the data that you have on yourself. If you haven't done this before, give it a try. I think you're going to enjoy it because it's going to tell you things you never knew or you never saw. Maybe you see your account balance is going down or going up, but if you saw your win rate for certain assets is higher than the others, if you saw your profit factor for certain assets is better than the others, you will start to focus your effort on only those specific assets, and that could push your trading balance to positive number, and it may be even higher than that. So I hope you get success doing this. So now let's spend some time looking at the market and see what opportunities we have. So yesterday I opened a trade and it did not turn well. My first trade was Euro USD, and I needed that first trade to complete before I opened my second trade. And of course, when I lost on that trade, so I've lost, the trade closed and I did not make a profit, I stopped trading for the day. So you could apply the same strategy. Don't try to win back everything you lost in one day, because you would tend to make mistakes when you do that. So don't revenge trading. Don't do that. I learned it the hard way. So I lost the trade, and that's okay. I'll come back today, I'll come back tomorrow, and I'll find new opportunities. There's always something, there's always a new pattern in the market, and you can always be patient and wait for it. So let's look at today's market. Today we have I think there was news. Okay, so today we had that producer price index PPI coming from the US. Expectation was 2.4%, and the actual was met, was also 2.4%. So it met expectations. Before this news release came out, we are looking at assets moving in the direction showing dollar weakness. So AUD USD was going up, Euro USD was going up, GBP USD was going up, and some of the other assets as well. So because the news that came out, US PPI, this is inflation at the producer level, shows that there is no unexpected inflation. I think the data is basically keeping the momentum the same way as before the news came out, which is dollar weakness. Okay, so now let's look at the asset. That's the fundamental perspective for dollar. And as we can see, when the news came out, look at this. There's this long candle right here. I think this was when the news was released today, earlier today, a few minutes ago. Well, actually, about 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. So when the news came out, there was this aggressive spike, and then the expectation of dollar weakness came back, and the asset continued to move higher. Okay, so AUD USD moving up is basically saying the markets believe the US dollar will continue to show weakness. Okay, so that is what's happening right now. And in Euro USD, let's see if we are having the same pattern as we saw in AUD USD. Yeah, we saw the same thing in AUD USD. So look at Euro USD. When the news came out, there was this big swing, and then dollar weakness sentiment came back, and the asset moved in that direction. Now, as usual, when assets move up, there will be retracement, there will be pullbacks, and this is what's happening right here. It pushed up, pull back, push up, pull back. So there's going to be consolidation on the way up. Even when assets are moving down, it will move down and then pull back, move down and then pull back. That's normal behavior for all assets. Okay, some assets will pull back more aggressively, some assets may show a smaller pullback. So be aware of what you're watching or what you're trying to trade. Euro USD may have a similar pattern as AUD USD, but it's not exactly the same. So watch the assets that you like, and then be aware of its typical behavior. Then it's easy for you to plan your entry to open your trade, whether it's going up or down. So I am thinking that the sentiment for dollar weakness is going to continue. Okay, so for that to happen, how am I going to open my trade? So let's see, it has pushed up and then pulled back with this one candle, and then pushed up again, and then pulled back, and then pushed up again. So the most recent push up is creating this resistance at 66277. Okay, 66277 for for AUD USD. So what am I going to do? For me to trade in the direction of dollar weakness, and that is the direction of AUD USD going up, I want this resistance to be broken. Okay, if the resistance is broken, then I'm going to open my up trade. Now it's doing this consolidation, it's doing this pullback, so I'm going to leave it alone. I have to wait for the setup to happen, and then I get my confirmation with the second candle, and then I'm going to open my trade. Okay, so I can wait at the 15 minutes time frame, or I can wait at the 5 minutes time frame. It's going to show me that resistance level as well. So this is the resistance level that I'm talking about, this one right here, 6627. Okay, so that's the resistance. If the candle moves up and then I get a second candle that stays above that level, then I'm going to open my up trade. Right now, it hasn't happened yet, so I've got to spend some time waiting and have patience. You should do the same as well. Now, Euro USD, let's go to 5 minutes. Let's go to 5 minutes, and yeah, so for Euro USD, you've got that pullback happening right now, and there is a resistance here. The most recent resistance is 10825, 108.255. So I'm going to wait for this resistance to be broken. If it breaks, and then I get a second candle confirmation on the 5 minute time frame, I'm going to open my first trade. My first trade will be the smallest trade. That is how I control my risk. Okay, that's how I minimize my risk. It's okay to lose money, but if you're losing a small amount of money. So I'm getting a question here from Loose Gamer 360. If USD goes up, what is the effect on euro and all the other currencies? Well, if USD becomes stronger, then you're going to see Euro USD go down. You are also going to see AUD USD go down, and the trend will reverse. Okay, so there is a support here at 66186. It's going to push down and break that support, and if you get a few candles below that support level, that means the short-term movement is trending down. I've got another question. I mean to say, if USD affect euro and euro have another currency with Euro Canada. Okay. I see what you mean. So you're wondering if USD becomes stronger, of course, Euro USD will go down, but what will happen to Euro JPY? What will happen to Euro CAD? It will not be exactly the same. I think Euro CAD will be similar to Euro USD, which is it will go down, but Euro JPY will not necessarily act in the same way. So wait for it to happen. So my answer to you is, for Euro JPY, wait for it to happen. Wait for the dollar strength to happen. Look at Euro USD starting to go down, and then open your Euro JPY chart and then assess that chart on its own. There is no mathematical formula or historical trend that guarantees if Euro USD go down, it doesn't guarantee Euro JPY will go down. Sometimes Euro JPY will go up when Euro USD is going down, and sometimes Euro JPY will go down together with Euro USD. I have seen both of that happen couple of weeks ago. So you got to watch it when it happens and analyze it then. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, and that's helpful. So we're waiting right now for some setup to trade dollar weakness. There is a support right here for AUD USD at 6618. For Euro USD, there is also support down here at 10810. So I want the support to hold, so that's going to give a signal to me that the uptrend is going to continue and dollar weakness sentiment is going to continue. And then I'm going to open my trade. My first trade for the day It's going to be the smallest trade to minimize my risk. Okay. So we're waiting. This is the boring part, but it's the part that is going to give you confidence if you get it right. And it will also give you confidence if you lose money because you followed your strategy. Okay. So if you follow your strategy and you are able to protect yourself from further losses, you should be proud of yourself and you should be confident that your strategy is saving you from losses. Okay, have the confidence to follow your strategy when it's giving you a winning trade, when it's giving you a losing trade. Because when it's giving you a losing trade, your strategy will tell you that your first trade was the smallest trade, so that's okay. Let me know if you have other strategies that you're using that is effective. That could be something that other traders could learn from, whether on the chat or on the comment section. Live chat. Yeah, I'm seeing your chat right here. We are now just spending a few minutes to analyze the assets today, and if we have a good trading opportunity, I'm going to open some trades, maybe 1 to 2 trades, but it's not really giving us that setup right now. It is moving in the direction that we want. Okay, dollar weakness, Euro USD and AUD USD showing the same behavior, but it's currently pulling back. So this pullback could be short term. So let's wait for the short term move to finish, and then we can continue to trade the uptrend. Should you trade during the pullback? You can, but to me, from my experience, that's very risky because that's a free way of losing money when you don't know whether the pullback is going to be short term or long term. Whether you don't know the pullback is going to be a change in direction, or whether the pullback is going to be a temporary thing. Okay, so I would much prefer for the pullback to finish off and then see what is the trend after the pullback. If I'm right, it's going to continue moving up for Euro USD and AUD USD. Yesterday we tried trading the pullback in assuming that it was a change in direction, that was Euro USD, but it didn't. That means that the pullback or the breakout on the downside was cancelled, and then it came back and showed continuation of the uptrend, which is also saying dollar weakness sentiment continued. So that was yesterday. So today we're doing the same thing, but we're trading in the other direction. Okay, yeah, we're still waiting for that. We have a promo code that you could use when you make a deposit. Details are in the description section below, so be sure to use that when you deposit money into your trading account. More money to trade for you, so that you can spend more time learning, making both winning trades as well as losing trades. Losing trades are something that you need to welcome, provided you have the context of wanting to learn from your mistakes. Okay, so don't take losing trades as I'm bad or trading's not for me or anything like that. It is a signal that there is something that you can improve. Maybe it's your decision making, maybe it's your mental psychology, maybe it's your trading strategy. So take the chance to check yourself, check your strategy every time you lose money. That's what I do, and that's what a lot of successful traders will tell you as well. So let's be patient and wait for this. Maybe the asset is going to make its move in 30 minutes, but if that is true, it's only the pullback is only going to finish after 30 minutes. 30 minutes from now. Then that means for me, I won't open any trades until that time comes. Okay, so I won't jump the gun. I've jumped the gun so many times in the past, and I've lost money every time I did that. I got some wins from doing that, but mostly it was just asking for trouble. So don't ask for trouble when it comes to your trading balance. You want your trading balance to grow, and the best way to grow your trading balance is to open a trade when you are getting the setup that you want, plus technical indicator confirmation. Okay, so to me that is more peaceful way to trade and to grow my trading balance. Yeah, so I don't think we're gonna get that. I don't think we're gonna get the pullback to settle within the next 1 to 2 minutes, and we've reached the conclusion of the live stream. So maybe I'll make a trade and discuss about it in the next live stream. If not, then join me in the next live stream. Then we will look at assets again and look at markets again and find out new trading opportunities based on new setups on that day. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this session. Give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your trader friends so that more of us can join and talk about trading on the chat, in the live stream, or if not, on the comment section. So I'll see you. Enjoy trading. Take care. Bye bye.